So in the first part, we have the introduction to Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so Python programming using Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so first we need to be familiarized with Jupyter. So it's you can actually use online Jupyter. Search jupyter.com for more information. No, but these are the tools that you can find in the Jupyter Notebook. So I'm showing you this. Actually, in the actual Jupyter Notebook, it looks like this, but in the header, there are some functions. No, these are the functions that you will find in the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so these are the functions. So you have save and checkpoint, insert cell below. These are the basic functions, no? So how to run your Jupyter Notebook. Okay, and then so there are four types of. The good thing with the Jupyter Notebook is it's like a programming like MATLAB or whatever, Visual Studio. But the good thing with this is that you can put a markdown. Okay, a markdown. Markdown means these are the comments, like the comments, no? You will use, for example, in MATLAB, you have percent, no? And then write something, some description, no? For the code. This is also true in Jupyter, okay? So, in this case, so these are the comments, like the description, no? You can also write the how you call this, the um, you can use the markdown cells. So these are the markdown cells. So simple text. So and then you can use the number sign to bold. For example, this one we use a number sign to bold this one, and then you can use double number sign to make it bigger. Okay, so you can practice that one in the markdown cells. Then we have the code cells. These are the code cells you can find, no, with the number. This one. So this is this is the code cells where you can code, no, where you can run things, no. The good thing with this is that you can run in. For example, you want to run this first before this one, so you can click on this and then you can do some shift enter. Okay, shift enter. Then you can run this one and then it will show this one. Okay, so but it follows a hierarchical syntax, no, or semantics. Follows semantics. So you cannot run something without for example, this one you cannot run this one without specifying the one, no? For example, inline. So inline is like a interactive namespace for the NumPy and Matplotlib. So in order to show the visualization later, for example, oh no, it's not yet run, but we will run it later. So to show the plot in the cell, so you can see the plot in the cell. So by running this one, so okay, so we need to run the necessary libraries for in order to have a correct function, no, for the code. Okay, so these are the basic common functions. Okay, you will be familiarized with this when you're doing hands-on. Okay, so you can just click this one, or sometimes you can use your keyboard. No, you have hotkeys. So we have shortcuts. Okay, so these are the hotkeys that what I'm saying. So you can use for example, the most common is M. Then Control Enter to from the code cell you proceed to another cell. So Control Enter. You can also Shift Enter. So to run the cells below. Okay, you can so many other things. No, it depends on you, but the good thing with Jupyter Notebook is very handy. And also compared to MATLAB and other programming tools, as I said, you can have a documentation, no, in every you can have a documentation in every code, no, and a very good one. It's like a notebook, no. When you print this one, no, you submit to your supervisor or whatever, no. So you can you can give this immediately, no. You can have it in PDF or HTML. HTML. So in this one, I use the HTML. Okay, that's it. Then yeah, you have a lot of shortcuts, no. I cannot show this one to you because I have some problem with my Python. So later when we have our hands on, we can try these shortcuts, no? So that you will be familiar with the shortcut. It's like playing games, no? I know some of you knows how to play games. So it's like, di ba? You have um, hotkeys, no? WASD, no? It's most common also. Enter and something. Okay, so there are tips. These are the most commonly used hotkeys. Control M, then H to see the help. So if you forgot the key, you can use this one. Control M and then H. Then the help bar will help uh, pop-up box will show to you the codes, and then control M then S to save the notebook. Okay, control enter to run the code but stay in the same cell. Okay, and then shift enter if you want to run the code and advance to the next cell. So for example, this one I am writing this one and then suddenly I want to run this, then I will control enter. When I control enter, I will still remain in this code. Now, if I use shift enter, I will run this code, but my cursor will now be in the second code. Okay? So, something like that. It's not so difficult. It's just a matter of being familiar. No? It's like a language. You need to use it until you be able to master it. No? Okay, using PyLab inline. So, you can see the PyLab inline. No? So it's populating the interactive namespace from NumPy and MATLAB. Okay, so it enables graphics to be part of the notebook. Okay, so without this, then you cannot. If you want to show display image, no, or plot, so the plot will not be displayed in the notebook, no, but instead it will just be saved in the folder wherein your code is there, no. And then you can use tab to see available functions like the same feature with other programming language. If you write, for example, in this case, you will write PR and then you print tab, and then it will automatically print, no, something like that. So it will autofill or something. Okay. Especially if you have a variable predefined, so you can, for example, varnum, so you already run this one and then you're going to use varnum, for example, here, then you can just var and then tab and then and also if you're using some functions like later there's a lot of function, then you just tab and then it will automatically give you suggestions, or maybe there are for example var, it can be var name, var string, so you can choose from the selection, no? Okay, that's it. And then so in the next part we're going to deal with variables and data types.